Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Welcome back, everyone. In the previous lectures, we focused on text-based tasks, classification, generation, summarization, and zero-shot labeling. Today, we move into the visual world. This lecture is about transforming images with Hugging Face Inference. We will explore three important vision capabilities: image classification, image captioning, text-to-image generation. All of these are available through the same inference client we have been using. So let's see how image tasks work. When working with images in the Hugging Face JavaScript client, we usually pass the image as a file or blob object. The client handles the conversion and sends it to the model. For tasks that generate images, like text-to-image, the response comes back as a blob. We can then create an object URL and display it in the browser. Now let's start with image classification. So here you can see the UI of it. The model that we are using is Google/Whitbase patch 16224. This is a vision transformer model that is widely used and well supported. Let's go and look at the code for this. So in our index.js file, you'll see the click event listener, and over here you can see the code that we are using our Hugging Face inference. So we have hf.image classification, the name of the model that I mentioned, and then the data over here, which is the file itself. Now if you notice that the file is the one that we have uploaded or selected via the file upload tool. So the model basically returns a list of labels with confidence scores. In our playground, we show the top 5 predictions. This is useful for building applications that automatically understand the content of an image. Let's go ahead and explore this. So here you can see that I have selected a file. Let's go and click on classify image. You'll notice that over here it is saying that this image looks like of a bison, which is 99.7%. And ox, the confidence score over here is quite low, that's 0.1%. And then other categories that you see are close to 0.0, that is not resembling at all. So here you can see that it has identified this image of a bison with the accuracy 99.7. Now, next if we go to image captioning, which is generating a natural language description of an image. So here, under image captioning, you can see the model that we are using is Xi-Org GLM 4.5v Novita. Here, let's go ahead and select another image. Now, this image is a silhouette of construction workers. Let's go ahead and click on Generate Caption to see whether it's able to identify this or not. So here is the result. It says that silhouettes of construction workers are visible working on a complex scaffolding structure against a vibrant sunset sky with gradients of orange and blue. Silhouettes of construction workers are visible working on a complex scaffolding structure against a vibrant sunset sky with gradients of orange and blue. So here, this is the caption that has been generated based on the image that we have uploaded. If I take you to the code for image captioning, over here, inside the click event listener, we can see how we are sending this. The first thing is the model itself, and we are using Hugging Face chat completion, and the model is mentioned. The image or the file has been converted as base64, and here we are specifying the type as image URL. The image URL is the base64 image itself, and the content over here says the type is text, and the text says describe this image in one sentence. So here you get the result, which is the content generated based on the image that we have sent using Hugging Face inference, and then we are simply showing that. Now let's go ahead and explore text to image. So here I can go ahead and type a text. Based on that particular text, it is going to generate one image. For example, a beautiful sunset on a beach in Goa. Now, based on this text, it should generate one image. Let's click on that. And here you can see the model that we're using is Black Forest Labs Flux One Shell. And there you go. So you have this image generated based on the text that you have provided. Now the Schnell version is optimized for speed and it works well with fewer inference steps. Let's quickly review the code as well. So here for text to image, you'll notice that we have the Hugging Face text to image method. The model name is there, then the input that we provided as prompt, and the parameter is number of inference steps, which we have set to 4. This basically controls quality versus speed. So lower the value, faster the result. Text to image is one of the most exciting capabilities available through inference providers. Now, some of the important parameters and tips that I would like to share is that always validate that the user has selected a file before sending the request. Show a preview of the uploaded image so users can confirm what they selected. That's what we have been doing in this demonstration. For every image that has been uploaded by the user, we have been showing the preview of that particular file. For generated images, remember to revoke object URLs when they are no longer needed to avoid memory leaks. Some vision models may take longer to respond, especially on the free tier. Always show a loading state. Provider support can vary. If a model fails, try adding a provider suffix. For example, in our previous lecture, we saw the featherless AI altogether, just like we did with the Llama model earlier. So to summarize, in this lecture, we extended our playground with 3 powerful vision features: image classification using Vision Transformer, image captioning, text-to-image generation using Flux One Schnell model. All of these use the same inference client, which shows how flexible the Hugging Face JavaScript library is. Now here's a challenge for you. Try adding object detection using the model Facebook Ditter ResNet 50. So I'll quickly type that name for you. This is the model that I'm referring to, Facebook Ditter ResNet 50. Now using this, you need to display the detected objects and their confidence scores. That's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll explore running models in the browser with transformers.js and then running models locally with Llama. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture.
If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.